Okay, so this is our Jenkins, guys. So okay, so today we'll see how to create a Maven project. Okay, so without using Jenkins, how can we build a project with the help of Maven? And with Jenkins, how can we build the same thing? How can we create a job to perform the Maven build? Okay, so as usual, for that, we need to have one project. Okay, so for that, first of all, we need to have one project. Let's take one Java project. Okay, yeah, this is test repository and this is test Java. So in this test Java, this is the repository name. So in this repository, I have one Java project. I have uploaded my Java project to here. Okay, so this is my code and related files and everything. Okay, so this is my Java project. So as a developer, I have completed the code, and once the code is completed, what the developers will do, the developers will push that code to the central repository. Okay, so what we have to do, once the code is available in the central repository, we have to take that code and we have to perform the build. Yes or no? Building in the sense, building a project is nothing but creating a jar file or war file or any executable format. So we cannot directly give the source code, right? So we have to wrap, we have to package that project, and we have to make it a .war file or .jar file or .ear file. And after that, that will be deployed onto the client machines. So making the .war files, ER files or jar files is called as build. Okay, up to this, any doubts? Okay, so this is here my code is available. So the developer has completed its work and it is pushed to the central repository GitHub. Okay, now with Maven, how can we perform? This is our EC2 instance. Okay, so these are the softwares already available, so nothing is, no updates are required. So let me create one folder, mkbar test underscore 4. Okay, this is our folder. Let's get into this folder. Test. Okay, yeah, nothing is available inside the folder. So now we are here. So if we want to build this with the help of Maven, first what we have to do, so the project is available in the GitHub. We have to clone that project first. Okay, so we have to clone that. How can we clone the project? This is the place. Okay, so git clone. We discussed this, right? So someone has developed the project, you are newly joined into the company, you don't know what exactly happening and what are the code that is already completed and everything. So in that case, what you have to do, you have to get the copy of the entire project and then you have to start working your own changes. That is nothing but cloning. Cloning in the sense, replicating whatever is available in the GitHub and everything will be copied to your local machine. That is nothing but cloning. So git clone and the command. This is nothing but link. From here, everything will be copied to your current folder. See, test Java folder is created. Earlier, no test Java. If you enter inside test Java, You will find all the folders. See, core is a folder, a license. So you see here, whatever is there, core, web, git, ignore. This is the hidden one. License, readme, pom.xml. All these are what? The files which are available in license. All these are which are available in the GitHub central repository. Now you have cloned everything. Okay. Okay. Now what you have to do is you have to build this project. So with the help of which tool you are going to build this? With the help of Maven. Okay. So whenever you are going to execute any Maven commands, you have to use MVN first. Similarly, whenever you are using any git commands, what you will do? You will put git as the initial word, and after that, whatever the commands you want to execute, you have to write those commands so that the operating system will understand that, okay, this is command which is related to git. In the same way, if you type MVN, it will understand that, okay, this is related to Maven. So Maven and clean package. So clean package is the command which will be used to build. Okay. First we have to get inside. So in the test folder, ls test java, this is the actual one which we have cloned from the central repository. We have to enter inside the folder. We have to enter inside the repository. This is the actual repository, right? So we have to enter inside that. cd. Yeah. Now build mbn clean package. See, it is successfully completed. The build is successfully completed. Okay. See here, building jar slash root test for test java core target time tracker core 0.5.0 snapshot dot jar. So this is the jar we have created. Okay. So this is how we will build. Once the developer has completed his work, we'll go to the central repository and we'll take the required code and then we'll perform the build. Once the build is completed, what we will do? We'll give this build to the testers and the testers will perform their testing. Once the testing is done, they will give approval. Okay, testing is done, nothing, no issues are reported. So that what the Jenkins again will do, it will contact with the deployment team and the deployment process will take place. So the deployment will be done on client machines so that client will be able to use this application. This is we have already discussed. Up to this, any doubts? Hello, come on guys.
No, sir. No, sir.
We just taken. See here, you are not the ones who are going to develop the applications. Okay. So the developers will take care of that, whether it is Java project or it could be a Python project or it could be a .NET project, it could be a Salesforce project, whatever it is. At the end of the day, once their work is done, what they will do, whatever the work they did, they will push that to the central repository. Okay, you are not opening that which code it is, which project it is. That is none of your job. Your job is to, once the project code is completed, you have to build it. That is your job. Okay, as this is the project, someone is completed and they have uploaded the code to GitHub. The GitHub is having the code. Now what we have to do, we have to build that. How can we build that? First we have to get that code. For that we have to use the clone command. Okay, use the clone command and everything is copied to my local machine. Now what I have to do, I have to build the project. What is the command? MVN clean package, so that this entire project will be built. A WAR file will be created successfully and you can see that. This is how we are doing now without using Jenkins. If you want to do that, these are the things. Let's say, what is our problem? I mean, why? What is the main use of Jenkins? So, okay, daily 100 times the developer is pushing the code to central hub. How many times we need to perform the build operations?
100.
100 times. Every time the code is available, we have to take that code and we have to build. For that purpose, what we have to do? Either developer has to notify us by showing, sending an email, hey, I am completed my changes. You can go and build. Or else every 1 hour or every half an hour, we have to go to GitHub and we have to check whether are there any updates are available. If the updates are available, we have to take it and we have to make the build. So this is the manual task, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
If we do it with the help of typing these comments, it is a manual task only. If the 10 developers are doing, 10 developers will send you the emails. What you have to do every time, you have to go and you have to take the code and you have to build. So there is no automation, right? You are doing it manually only. Okay. So if we do it manually, this is the process. Same job. How can we do it with the help of Jenkins? Now we'll see that. Okay. This
Sir?
is the dashboard. Create new item. Okay. So what is our project? Maven underscore job. I am giving this name. So freestyle project or Maven project. We know that we are going to perform build with the help of Maven. So what we have to select? We have to select freestyle or Maven.
Maven.
You can select freestyle also, but that is not the right way, right? So Maven is very close to this project. If you don't know exactly what kind of tools you are going to use, then you can select freestyle. But you know that this is the Maven project, then if you choose this, this will be the most accurate one. Whatever the Maven related things are there, that will be highlighted first. Otherwise, in the freestyle, what will happen? Everything will be come in the list. If it is a Maven project, what are the things that will be frequently used from the Maven? That will come first. Okay? Yeah, select the Maven. Click OK. Okay? So here you can write the description. Okay? So Maven project. Okay? After that, you can come down and you can see the options. So where are we getting the source code? Come on, guys. Where are we getting the source code? From Git, right? So here is the code, guys. Here the code is available. From here only we are taking the code.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So from Git, I am taking the source code. What is the URL? Test Java up to this copy. From here, we are not going to do clone operation in the Jenkins. We are just telling the Jenkins that, hey Jenkins, Git is the one which will be used as my source code management tool. Everything will be maintained in the Git only. So you go and take the code. That is the instruction you are giving. In the instance, what we have done, we have copied, we have cloned it, and after that we applied the build. Here, what we are doing? No, you every time the code will be available in GitHub only. You go and take the code from there. That is the instruction we are giving here. Okay, Git and the repository URL. You have to give the URL. So this is the URL. So you don't need to give anything, credentials and all. So and after that, we have to perform the build. So here is the build. Okay, build. What is the goal? That means what command you want to execute. Okay, what is the command we want to execute here? Come on, guys, in order to perform the build, what command we need to execute?
Clone.
Clean package. So here we mentioned MDN clean package because in order to understand OS, okay, this is the command which is related to Maven. So that is the reason we added Maven first. So here clean package is enough. Why? Because at the time of creating the job, what kind of job we have chosen? Maven project. So when it is a Maven project, so build, obviously it will consider Maven only. So that is the reason you no need to mention MVN clean package. Clean package is enough. Okay. Yeah. So now apply, save. Go to dashboard, So this is the Maven job now. So here, build a executed status. If we are going to perform any jobs, that job status will be appear here. So now I am going to build this Maven job. Okay, you can click here. Also, you can click here as well. Build now. Here you will see that information. See, Maven job. It is now the build process is in progress. Can you see this now? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
we have created the job, Maven job, to build one of the project. Okay. Yeah, it is completed. Here it is not there. So let me refresh now. See, is the Maven job completed? See, it is completed. No changes. Started by user. This is. You can check the console output. See, whatever you have seen, the same thing is appearing here as well. See, finished.
Sir,
Success.
how
Is
can
this
we
clear, guys?
identify?
Sorry.
How can we
Hello.
identify any errors, sir? If any errors, how can we?
Finished. You can see here success. If the build fails, in the console output, you will see what kind of errors you have received. Okay. If
Okay, sir. So we need to share the.
see, as of now, there are no errors in the code. So that is the reason the build process has become successful. If there are any bugs in the code, what you will see? You will find some errors. Okay. So if something is missing here, let's say if I remove this pom.xml file from here, okay, this is the required file. If I remove this from here, what will happen? Your job will
It will
fail.
show the error.
Yesterday I have shown you, right? If the code is correct, if I write one job to execute echo command, then it will work. If I write a wrong command, what will happen? You will get the errors. The same thing will happen, guys. Okay. So here everything is right. So that is the reason the build is successful. If you remove anything from here, what will happen? Obviously, come on. Obviously, the build will fail now. If any of the file misses here, in order to perform the build, this pom.xml is required. So if you miss this pom.xml, this will give you the rules and regulations which are required for Java. Okay. So I'm not going to touch that part. So if you miss this, XSD rules document is missed. So the build will fails. So here you will see error. Build error. Whether it is a Java project or Python project or normal shell script, it doesn't matter. If everything is correct, the build will successful. If anything is going wrong, then whatever the errors that we have seen yesterday, the same kind of errors you will see now as well. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So now whatever we did with the help of Maven, I mean manually whatever we did, so we have done with the help of Jenkins. But here also we have entered the command mvn clean package, and here also we have given the link from where to get the code. So these two steps we did manually, and at the time of automation also we did. So but the only thing is, again the code is available. You no need to execute the commands again. You no need to get the code from the GitHub. If you now the code is corrected, okay, again someone has made the changes. If you want to do it here, how you have to do? Again you have to pull that code, and again you have to execute that. Here you need to perform two tasks. But here, do we need to perform two tasks? Someone has made the updates to the GitHub. Here, do I need to open this job and make any changes, or do I need to simply click build?
You can click build, sir.
Because the kind of commands we are going to execute is same. If 10 people have completed their changes, then we have to build this for 10 times, one after another. If I do it manually, what I have to do? I have to pull that code first, and then I have to build it. But here, if we mention the job details once, we no need to change them again and again. If the code changes are happening continuously, then this Jenkins will do the build operation continuously. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
But the question is, okay, sir, how would we know whether the changes are available or not? Every time we have to click this now. So whenever changes are completed, we have to come here and we have to click build option. Then only the build will complete. If we do not manually click build, this will not going to happen. Yes or no? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So if we click this build option, then only the build will complete. Otherwise, the build process will not start, right? So how can we do it? How can we automate it? I don't want to. Every 1 hour, the developer will commit the changes to the GitHub. What I have to do? Every 1 hour, I have to come here. I have to click on build option. I don't want to do that. I want this to automate. In that case, what you have to do is you have to click. You have to configure your job in such a way that every 1 hour the build has to perform automatically. You don't need to click for every 1 hour. It will automatically build that. Okay. You have to select the option here. See here. Build whenever a snapshot dependency is built. Schedule built when some upstream has no successful. So build periodically. This is the option. Okay. So build periodically in the sense in the regular intervals, every 1 hour you want to build, you have to select this operation. Every 1 month you have to perform this build. You have to click this. Every 1 minute you have to perform. You have to build this. So here you have to give the schedule. At what time the builder has to perform automatically. That information you have to schedule here. Scheduling means at what time that operation has to start. That is nothing but scheduling. Okay. So the format is this: start space 5 stars you have to give. Okay. So here after first star, if you give /2, that means every 2 minutes. The first star is for minutes, second is for hours, third is for days, fourth is for weeks, and fifth is for months. That is the meaning, guys. So if I enter /2, what does it mean? Every 2 minutes, the build will perform. Is this clear? If I give /3, every third minute, the build will perform. The first build will start with 10:50. Again, automatically, after 10:53, the next build will start. Again, 10:56, 59. Like that, every 3 minutes, a build will be performed. Is this clear? Come on, guys. It is very simple topic. Please respond. Hello. Are you following?
Understood. Yes, sir. Understood.
Okay. So if you give here, the first one is for minutes. If you mention anything after first star, that will be taken as minutes only.
Minutes.
If you give here /2, what does it mean? For every 2 hours. Okay. Every 2 hours,
it will build the code, sir.
It will build. So after that, if you give this one /2 /3, what does it mean? Every third day, second hour, the build will start. Third day, second hour. For every 3 hours, 3 days, and the second hour, the build will start. So like that, you can give the schedule. Okay. If you do not give anything, if you only give star space star space star space star space star, what will happen is it will take by default the schedule as 1 minute. See, do you really mean every minute when you say perhaps you mean hour to poll once an hour? Okay, there are different ways. If you mention only H, that means 1 hour. Okay. If I only mention stars, what will happen? For
every 1 minute,
the build will apply. Now let me change this. Let me apply. Let me save. Let's see this now. Okay, Maven job dashboard. So as of now, what Maven job 3 times we built it. So let's see. Let me build for now. See, fourth build is happening. After 1 minute, now I just clicked only once, guys. After that, I am not going to click manually to build this. It will only take automatically after 1 hour. Now the fourth build is in work in progress. Once this is done, after 1 minute, the fifth build will start. See, is this started? Come on, guys, fifth build. After 1 hour, after 1 minute, again sixth will start. See, fifth is completed. So it is still in ideal state. After 1 minute is over, the sixth build will start. See, is the sixth build started at 10:54. Again at 10:55, the seventh build will start. Are you observing the changes here? Sixth one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So every 1 minute, this job will execute. So the sixth build also completed. Okay.
Sir, even at Maven job, it should update, sir, right?
Sorry.
Not.
Hello.
Copy, sir. Understand.
So every 1 minute you no need to click, guys. So you can schedule this job and you can go. So if it will go to the GitHub, it will take the code and it will build. For every 1 minute, the operation will be executing in the backend. See 10:54, the 10:55, the next build will start. 6 times the build is over. Now the seventh build will starts at 10:55. See, seventh is started or not? The time is 10:55 now. Okay, 10:56, the eighth build will start. See, 10:55 build is over. So here still it is not reflected. If you click refresh, here you will see the last number. Okay. So why it is still showing 3? Because we haven't clicked the refresh option. So that is the reason it is not reflected. 10:56, the next build will start. See here 10:56. Whenever it 10:56 comes, so here starts the next build. Is it okay? So eighth build at 10:56. Click on refresh here. See, 7 builds are completed. See, 8th build is still in progress. So that is the reason one circle is. Okay. Now let me stop this. Configure. Uncheck this option. Okay. Any doubts? Is this clear now? How the Jenkins is doing automatic job?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
So not only with Maven, so it is communicating with Git and it is sending the code to Maven and Maven is performing the job. And once the job is done, it will be notifying to the Jenkins whether the Maven status is, whether the Maven job is completed successfully or not. Like that, we can integrate this with any number of tools. As of now, what we did, we just integrated with Jenkins with Maven. So that is the reason the Maven job is getting completed. Like that, we can integrate this Jenkins with any other application as well. Okay. So, and one more thing is, so one job is dependent on other job. Okay. So what is our requirement is, So once this Maven job is completed, then I want to build this one. Once Maven job is completed, then only I want to execute this job. Once this job is completed, then the third job. If you do it manually, what you have to do? First, you have to build this. You have to execute this job. Once this is successful, then you have to execute this. Once this is successful, then you have to execute the other job. So if there is any dependency between the jobs, first one job, then the second, then third, then fourth, like that, what you have to do, if you want to do it manually, it will take a lot of time. But in Jenkins, what we can do is you have to go to Maven job. Okay. So here, once the Maven job is completed, what is your next job? Come on, guys. Once Maven's job is completed, what job you want to execute?
Testing, sir, right?
So in testing, so let's say must Maven, then first job. Okay. So like this, this is my sequence of flow. Okay. So first Maven job. Okay, you have to open Maven job. Here I have opened. So here you have to mention once this job is completed, what job you want to execute. That instructions also you can give here. So build triggers. Post steps. Post steps in the sense, once this build is over, what kind of actions you want to perform. Once this Maven job is completed, what kind of steps you want to take. So that is the option, post steps. Run only if build succeeds. Run only if build succeeds are unstable. So here these are the options. So once this build is over, only if build is successful, then only perform the task. In that case, you have to select the first option. And the second option is, even the build is fails or successful, it doesn't matter. Execute the next job. If you want to do in that way, you have to check the second option. Okay, run regardless of build result. So whether whatever happened, you want to one as soon as this over, you want to go for next steps. You have to select the third option. Okay, add post build setup. So here run only if build succeeds. Post steps. So here add post build action. You have to select the action. Delete workspace. So here build other projects. Okay, so here you have to give the projects to build. What is the job we want to give? First job 03. This is our job name, right? So these are the jobs that are available now. Okay, so after this job is completed, what job you want to execute, that job name you can give. Either you can give this or this one, anything would be fine. So I'm going with this one, first job 03 August. Okay, yeah. So if you want to give multiple jobs, you can specify those job names separated with commas. Okay, Trigger only if build is stable. Trigger only if build is unstable. Trigger even if the build fails. So these are the options. Okay. Now apply, save. See, here is the dashboard now. So just refresh it. So just check here. First job, how many builds are completed? One build. Maven, 8 jobs are completed. Now I am executing this Maven. Okay, once the Maven build is over, what should happen, guys? Once the Maven build is over, what should happen? It will pick the this job. First job 03 should be executed successfully. Yes or no? It has to be triggered automatically. We no need to trigger that job. It has to be triggered automatically because we have configured the Maven job like that. Once Maven job is completed, the next job needs to be started is first job 03 August. That has to be completed successfully once the first job is over. Now I am going to click this one. I am going to build this Maven job. See here Maven job is performing. Once this is over, first job 03 August will also be executes. See, ninth build is over. Eighth, if I refresh, you will see 9 here. See, somehow Maven job is failed. We'll see that. Why it failed, we'll see that error. So as the Maven job is failed, what will happen? This job will not be triggered. Yes or no? Because only if it is successful, then only. Okay. So we have selected some additional job, but we haven't configured it. Okay. So go to dashboard. This is the Maven job. Okay, configure. So the concept is same. Once this job is over, we have to click the next job. That's it. So here, unfortunately, I selected one extra parameter, but I haven't given anything here. See, here, we need to remove this. Select this trigger even if the build fails. Apply, save. Dashboard. This is Maven. Just to refresh. Yeah. So now let me build this. See, this Maven job is completed now. Last success is 10 successful. First job 03, 2.1 seconds ago. Second build successful. Is this clear now? So once the first job is successful, are we able to successfully launch the second job automatically?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So like this, we can decide if there are 100 jobs are there. We no need to execute those 100 jobs manually. First, we have to create the job. For one time, we have to create the jobs. What needs to be done as part of the job, we have to decide. Once the job is created, we no need to run those jobs manually, one after other, like that. Okay. So what you have to do is there are different options are there. You can decide the workflow, what job needs to be executed first and when it needs to be executed. Once that is executed successfully, what are the next steps, what is the next job needs to be done. Like that, you can decide the flow of work. If you feel like after the first job is over, if you want to run the test one job, what you have to do? You have to go here. Okay, test job. You have to configure this job. What you have to do once this is over? Where is it? Yeah, add post build action. Post build action. What you want to do? So build other projects. Okay. So what is the project you want to build? Test one is the project you want to build. Apply. Save. Okay. Now what I have given guys here? First I have taken this Maven job. Once Maven job is successful, what should happen? This first job will execute. This first job is also completed successfully. Then what should happen? This test one should execute. So now what I have to trigger now? If I trigger this, the remaining two will be automatically triggered based on the previous job results. If this is successful, this will get triggered. If this is also successful, then this gets triggered. Okay, first job is over. Let me refresh. See, third, this is also over. Test one is also over. See, test one is not over. It is 11 hours ago. It is queued only. As this is over, this gets triggered and this is also completed. As this is also completed, now what is the next step? We configured that this one needs to be executed if this build is successful. So test one is queued and it is in progress. Okay, let me refresh. See, 31 minute ago, 35 seconds ago, 25 seconds ago. So like this, we can schedule our builds automatically. Any doubts?